U.S. churches were full-fledged stakeholders in slavery. Episcopal, Presbyterian, Baptist, Methodist, major denominations owned enslaved people, rented them out, and in some cases, they confined them in jail-like pens beneath or beside their sanctuaries, while white Christians prayed upstairs. Black men, women, and children were shackled below, treated as inventory instead of human beings. Now, it was common for enslavers to require their slaves to go to church so that they could learn about being a humble slave to their masters. But these people held in the pens below were livestock waiting to be sold, being punished. You know what? Georgetown University's Jesuit priests sold 272 enslaved people in 1838 to pay off school debts. In Charleston, St. Philip's, and St. Michael's, they forced black attendees into upper galleries while white parishioners sat in comfort below. Methodist ministers in the South regularly enslaved people as personal property. And of course, many ministers in the South enslaved people as personal property. Southern Baptists split from Northern Baptists in 1845 for one reason: to defend their right to keep enslaved people. Churches built slave galleries to force enslaved people to attend services, but not sit with white people. And the sermons told them to obey their masters. But the people locked in the church pens, they weren't taken upstairs to worship. They were confined like livestock. They were waiting to be sold, rented, or punished. The church baptized enslaved people. They preached a lot about obedience, and they promised them life after death in heaven, while profiting from their stolen lives on earth. This is white history, and white Christians especially need to own it. My username works as my address in case I disappear. Get curious.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to On the Shoulders of Giants. This is OTSOG Live. You know, we are live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. and every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. right here on the Shoulders of Giants on YouTube. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you got going on. All that stuff. We here connecting, making sure black people get with black people, and we build community over here at On the Shoulders of Giants. I want to give a big shout out to DSB for becoming a member for a month. Shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for your support of the channel. Thank you for being here, commenting, and everything that you do over here on the Shoulders of Giants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nemesis X, as always, is in the building. I appreciate you, my brother. What you mean they tried to take you out today? Man, we got... Who tried to take you out? What you mean? I'm happy you here. Trust me, I'm definitely prayerful and thankful that you are here. I'm glad you're here, but who? Man, we're going to have to squad up, man. We're going to have to squad up. ZZ, Lion Dad, what's going on? Happy to have you back on the Shoulders of Giants. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're talking about white Christian nationalism today, right? You got a white pastor, Pastor Cody, who went viral not too long ago for his calling out of Charlie Kirk's his messages, his rhetoric, that because you know Charlie Kirk is supposed to be the ultimate Christian. The Pastor Cody saying, no, sir, buddy. No, sir, buddy, not on my watch. But Pastor Cody's not talking about something that we haven't already talked about on this channel plenty of times before. But you know, we're gonna hammer it home as many times as we got to, because I always say this: Black people, we are used by religion. We let them use you. You know how we say, let them use you. We're used by religion. We're in it for the spiritual aspect of it, for the moral aspect of religion. White people use religion for power, control, and conquering. And white Christian nationalism is no different. Think about how America was founded. How was America founded, right? America wasn't founded on some great principles that like deteriorated over time. America was founded on white Christian nationalism, nationalist principles and stuff. Founded on racism, founded on slavery, founded on oppression, depression, suppression, founded on genocide, covered in manifest destiny and all these other colorful words that they like to use. White supremacy. Think about the word I'm using, white supremacy. How do you become supreme? By conquering people. And remember, religion, like white supremacists figured out early that, and they figured this out with their own people, that, because think about Constantine, for example, Emperor Constantine, right? Figured out that it'd be easier to become a Christian to conquer the Christians rather than just try to straight up conquer the Christians. Religion has been used as a tool by white supremacists since beginnings for a long time. So this is nothing new. Says, you know how drama is, certain people get a badge and okay. Now, man, look, you valued over here, my brother. And so we definitely care about you in your life. And I'm happy that it didn't go south. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're safe. Definitely, my brother. Hey, look, you ain't derailing nothing, man. Your safety is more important than all of this. Trust me. We can shut this thing down just to make sure you're safe. All right. But yeah, man. Oh yeah. You say just in survival mode. Hey, man, it's all good, bro. It's all good. We're here together. I would like you all to send Professor Carl Tone Jones some good healing vibes. He's not feeling well. He's under the weather. He's not feeling well. And so we've been checking up on the brother, trying to make sure he's straight. So please send Professor Carl Tone Jones some healing vibes. So y'all get in the comments, tell PC, get well soon. Send him some healing vibes and all that stuff here. But I have a video that I'm going to show from Roland Martin's interview with Pastor Cody, because Pastor Cody is basically giving his thoughts and ideas, or his thoughts and commentary rather, about Charlie Kirk and the guise of Christianity that Charlie Kirk was using. But I challenged Pastor Cody, and one of the young ladies, I'm not sure how much of the video we're gonna get to, but one of the young ladies at the part of the video actually talked about the history of white Christian nationalism, how that ties to the founding of America. But I'm not surprised that Christianity is tied to someone like Charlie Kirk, or even like the Ku Klux Klan and these things here. Because when I was young and I found out that the Klan was supposed to be Christians, I'm like, okay, something different about it, right? But also studying history, looking back at the Crusades and all those things there, right? Religion, and it's not just Christianity, it's religion. But we're talking about white Christian nationalism. Religion has always been used as a tool for conquering power and control. Don't be twisted. Don't get it twisted. Dr. Clark talks about this ad nauseum. Don't get it twisted. Evil people are evil no matter what. No matter the guise. It's only a guise under the banner of Christianity. I love Jesus, I love God, and all those things. Those are just guises. Behind closed doors, doing a whole lot of evil stuff, right? But one thing's in there that's funny, and I'm gonna point out, but he's acting kind of brand new, like he don't really know what's going on, but he want to call it out. So we're gonna get into that, and I have some notes on white Christian nationalism as well, because I want to make sure I come correct. So, but yeah, man, PC definitely needs some healing vibes. So y'all make sure y'all give PC some healing vibes so he can feel better out there. Please hit that like button. Please jump in the comments. Like I say, give me a name, where you from, all that stuff. That say hey while you in here. Share this. If the hype button come up, hit the hype button. We need to make sure everybody get this information. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. I need y'all help. to build this platform up to go further so we can affect more people, touch more people, build more people, reach more people, and be strong be a strong unit of black people who really give a damn. That's who we are, to give a damn. So, man, y'all get y'all popcorn, get your notes, get your drink, get your napkins, whatever you need. We about to get into this and, calling out the hypocrisy. Or matter of fact, it's not even hypocrisy because we're the ones who don't get it. We're the ones who think that everybody sees religion through the lens that we do. And that's why we are the conqueror. So let's get into it, man. Bowling ball, rolling Martin.
The Cody Deese in Mableton, Georgia, the church is Viking Lakes Church, spoke about what we're seeing right now with the hijacking of Christianity. And it's happening.
See, you made me stop it already. Christianity has not been hijacked. You just don't know no better. You just don't know your history.
All around. We saw this with the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. All of these different Christian singers and others, and all of you've been seeing is this whole notion of that we're in a Christian revival and Christianity is under attack. You had the right wing who lied over the weekend when Penn State and Oregon had a football game, and they claimed that 100,000 people in the stadium were wearing Charlie Kirk Freedom shirts when that wasn't the case. It was a whiteout game that Penn State has every single year. But you're seeing this, and you're seeing this constant idea that, well, he was a Christian, and he was advancing Christians, Christian morals, values, and principles, even though a lot of it was right-wing hate. And so I saw this on Instagram, and I said, man, we need to share this with our audience because we've been sharing many of these messages that have been coming from preachers, mostly African-American preachers all across the country, but I wanted to share this.
Let's just look at this. Jesus defeated death so you can live. Dr. King was an awful human being. Civil rights was a huge mistake. Let's just sit those side by side because that came from the mouth of a same individual. Now you start to see the exterior being a mirror to the interior. Let's go one more, two more. He said, quote, I believe in the Bible, and I believe that Christ rose from the dead on the third day. He said, this is the foundation of my faith, and it guides my actions, unquote. Hold it. He also said, let's hold it side by side, black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot, unquote. Now, I want to pause here and say, for the critics who say you're pulling stuff out of context, two things. One, I'm happy, I just don't have time today, happy to give you the full context. Two, the full context does not change the fact that this is racism. Okay, so let's hold those about. Just one more here, one more, okay? Quote, I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing for me when I die. Unquote. Hold that. One more quote. Quote, I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. Let's just put those right beside each other. Now, if this makes you uncomfortable, I would invite you to pause for a minute and think about how uncomfortable this makes our people of color feel. And what I want to say to you is, if these quotes that Jesus defeated death so you can live by Charlie Kirk and Dr. King was an awful human being and civil rights was a huge mistake, if these feel incompatible, it's because they are. These quotes are not compatible with each other, and I also would like to say they're not compatible with the teachings and way of Jesus. And what you see in this moment, this week in American history, is you see the twisting of the truth. And this isn't new, The colonizers who came to America said they were Christians. The KKK said they were Christians. There have been mass shooters whose profile said they were Christians. There were insurrectionists on January 6th who flew Christian paraphernalia. They claimed to be Christians. There were, check this out, some of you know this, slave owners who claimed to be Christian. And what I want to say is I can no longer, as a pastor, as a human, and as someone who's given their life to the way of Jesus, I can no longer stand by as Christianity gets hijacked by a particular agenda that is not the way of Jesus. I cannot stand by as a Christian and watch Christ's name get hijacked to further justify hate, racism, bigotry, misogyny, and white supremacy. I believe the path of Jesus is the path of generosity, nonviolence, caring for the poor, the vulnerable, the oppressed, and the marginalized. And part of what I hope comes out of this moment in American history is that maybe, and this is my prayer, maybe what we're seeing is that all of this is surfacing so that we can begin to see just how much the name of Christ has been twisted and turned.
Pastor Cody D.
So before they get started, yeah, you know, I got to, Pastor Cody, man, come on. Pastor Cody don't know history. P1 always. Welcome to the On the Shoulders of Giants live on Tuesday. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate you. Yeah, I think he throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what's trying to stick. Pastor Cody could be trying to clout chase too. He could be, because either he's trying to clout chase or he just really don't know history, because Christianity ain't been hijacked recently. White supremacists hijacked Christianity a long time ago, like even before the Crusades. They hijacked Christianity. Like, what are we talking about? He need to go read. Anika Corbett, how you doing? You right. He don't know hijack. Lord have mercy. They stole African story, changed a lot of names in the Bible, and I saw the Igbo people interviewed, and they said their story starts from genes. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, Pastor Cody is in his own little world. Hold on real quick. But yeah, he on Pastor Cody don't know what he talking about, man. But we're gonna school folk tonight, though. That's what we here do what we do. Integration was, will, and always will be a big mistake. All right. As he reads his King James version without knowing, that's why his brain has been hijacked. His knowledge about history has been hijacked, right? Anthony Harris, how you doing? Religion is a social construct used to pacify people so they will not fight against. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like, it's always been used as a tool to control the masses. It's always been used as a tool to control the masses. Why don't we know this? Oh, my bad. I'm coming back to your comment, Nemesis. From Genesis to Malachi. There you go, Anika. It was not the J letter before. Hey. We come here to drop some science on you. Anika, I hear you. I hear you in here dropping the science. I'm with you. Doesn't really matter the people he's talking about. They don't have to view him, his words, anyone who rocks with him. They have their mega churches. I'm just saying, you're right. You are right. Acres of land and billions of dollars in budgets. Right. So, I mean, but that's why I think his so-called calling out is a lot of clout chasing too, because the real white people, they don't care about him. That his little 15 minutes in the sun don't matter. They still gonna do what they do. What do he think he hurt their feelings? Are they gonna be like, oh, Pastor Cody called us out, so we can't be racist no more. We got to straighten up because Pastor Cody called us out. It's not gonna happen. So it's a lot of things that I'm looking at sideways, but I thought this was a great time to, put stuff in perspective with him, but also really take a look at history and the history of Christianity, but the history of religion and how religion has definitely been used to control people, but specifically looking at white Christian nationalism. Okay, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good, Anika. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, spending your Tuesday night up in the hill. All right, let's let Pastor Cody and Roland get into their conversation. But you, of course, we giving our commentary, and drop your comment in. Please hit that like button.
He joins us right now from Georgia. Pastor, glad to have you here. And look,
right,
I was so happy to see this, because what I have said consistently, and I was talking to Reverend Jim Wallace about this, a lot of black preachers have been speaking on this, and what we are seeing with what Joe Walsh, a former MAGA congressman, longtime friend of Charlie Kirk, he said absolutely is white Christian nationalism. This is not about Jesus. This is not about what Jesus preached about. This is not about the teachings of Jesus. What this is in essence the moral majority 2.0 on steroids. This is what Paul Weyrich and Jerry Falwell and others wanted to do. And frankly, being a white preacher, I thought it was even more important to hear that from you because too many white preachers have been silent.
Hey, it was important for Roland to hear a white preacher call out white Christian nationalism. Yeah, because that's going to stop it. Because, it's more legitimate. Basically, he's getting at it's almost like white Christian nationalism, or the denouncing of white Christian nationalism is more legit if a white pastor does it rather than if a black pastor does it. But going back to this comment, I'm just saying, read it and weep, right? What Pastor Cody thinks about white Christian nationalism, see, we tell the truth over here. Forget feelings, forget your feelings, forget my feelings, forget everybody's feelings. We ain't come here we didn't come here to feel good. We come here to get this learning and have some fun while we learning, right? But what Pastor Cody is failing to realize is that this system of white supremacy don't really give a damn about what he think. This white Christian nationalist don't give a damn about what he think. Them folk out there in Utah don't give a damn about what he think. These Charlie Kirk acolytes don't give a damn about what Pastor Cody think. Yeah, he gonna get, let me say, he gonna get blackballed, blacklisted. They gonna kick him out, push him to the side, all that stuff. That he might lose members. There's a whole lot of stuff that may happen. But guess what's not gonna slow down? But the fact that Roland Martin is this man's condemnation of white Christian nationalism is more valid than any condemnation from black people. But we all know Roland is a tap dancer. Remember when Roland was up there dancing with Hillary Clinton? Yeah, bowling ball Roland, right? But it's just, that's why I thought this was funny too, because it's almost like if a white, once again, we all know white ice is cold, and Roland is one of the boule liberals, right? So they the ones who, they always got a piece of boo-boo on their nose because they nose always in white people's butts. But that's another angle that I thought was so interesting in this interview is, for one, Pastor Cody's ignorance of something that he wants to call out, and Roland Martin's validation of, yeah, y'all heard what he said, you heard what he said, now get him, Pastor Cody. And they looking at who the fuck is this dude? Who is Pastor Cody? Pastor Cody's an ant to the system, man. Saves me from typing the Hitler. Right. Hey, remember he was trying to teach Hillary Clinton how to dance and stuff. Come on, man, Roland. Come on, man. But we get it. Gotta do it for the views.
Yeah, thanks, Roland. I think it is a crucial message that needs to be said right now. And a part of my story, Roland, just so you know, is I came out of that moral majority type movement. My father was a Southern.
So don't sit here and try to act stupid about what's going on now, like it's a recent hijacking. When you came from, and that's another thing that was interesting about this, and got me looking at Pastor Cody sideways, and got me looking at Roland Martin. Like, did you just get got? Because according to like him and what he just said and what he gonna continue saying, he came from the white Christian nationalism, little coat camp, whatever, their sect and stuff. He came from that. He grew up in it. So you know it ain't new. So why you acting brand new?
Baptist pastor. I got my undergrad from Jerry Falwell's university, Liberty University. So I am a product of someone who has been raised and conditioned to see the world in a particular way. And then over the years, I begin to evolve, grow up. My own consciousness began to.
Once again, I'm gonna say it again, Roland. One of them black folk that got a piece of boo-boo on his nose, because his nose is always on some white person's butt. You're right to get that pat on the head. But hey, our Friday breakdown is going to be about the pets, the pets that clamor to the right and the pets that clamor to the left, and how they still get thrown away at the end.